Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hi. Welcome back, everybody, to It's Okay
To Be Wrong.
A podcast with me, KB Cunningham, and
Tanner.
Hi.
Hi.
So we've been gone for a minute, but that's because this doesn't pay us yet, to be honest.
Give them just facts today. That's like all we can do.
We can
it's
only spit
all
facts.
we can promise.
Spit facts, not feelings.
Yeah.
I know. I love a feeling. I've had a lot of feelings this week. Like, apparently, Mars is in Cancer. Mars is an angry planet. Cancer is a soft, sensitive planet. They don't do well together.
They don't.
And who's cried every day this week with aggression? Me.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna call you out like that, but again, facts. Yeah.
No, I'm just like spitting facts right now. Facts, not feelings. Like, I have like aggressively cried every day this week, but today.
Yeah.
And it's the full moon day, so I'm believing it's a good day. And I had a great call a while ago with like a great potential opportunity. So yeah, I'm just like claiming it. It's a beautiful afternoon.
Keep speaking. I have to go find our show notes.
Okay, go find your show notes. Well, so what we've been up to, it's a beautiful Thursday. It's about 3:00. We are Tanner has been making us a soup all day. We have been, what have we been up to? We've got some packages delivered. We just got new Quidad hair care, which I needed. Y'all, that Quidad we got it in July. And I just bought this one. Like, we paid for this ourselves. That's how much I love Quidad. I just got this one that lasted us 4 months. So I'm telling you, it's like a little expensive feeling on like the front end. It might feel expensive, but like the way it lasts, and it's so good for your hair. Yeah, it lasted us for 4 months. We both use it. I used it all 4 months except for like one. Cause like I was wearing my hair more straight. So like, but I use the leave-in every time, and the leave-in I'm still not out of. So I'm just saying, like, Quidad, check them out. They also have like a if you start with like a subscription with them, they give you 40% off your first order. So we were able to order our hair gel for like $15 and our leave-in for like $11. So like it cuts you in half. Check it out.
Amazing.
Literally not paid. Tanner wanted me to start talking about something. It's the only thing I could think of.
Thank you so much for covering for us. Yeah. I'm like, feel like I've fully ran a marathon. I can't catch my breath.
Literally.
I was like
26.2.
Just because of our whole
bitches with those stickers on their car. 26.2 or 13.1.
10.1 or whatever the hell.
Crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah, like people who run, I've said this once before on the pod, but I'll say it again. It's worth noting. People who run are built different. Like they just have the hooves of horses. I don't know what's happening.
Of horses, but what are you running from?
Oh, she said what she said.
Or are you like remember like TJ Holmes and like that
Amy
other girl,
or whatever her
they
name
were running a marathon together too, and I think they did compete, but there was also like their terms for hooking up. So like,
right?
Yeah, like we're only spitting facts today, guys. Allegedly
facts that are like
I think that was
a year old. Yeah, I'm like
2 years old.
Yeah, literally.
2 years. That was in Jackson Hole. Like we were in Jackson Hole when that was all going down.
Yeah,
that was 2 years ago.
So we're just spitting 2-year-old facts, but
2-year-old facts. But here you are, hot takes.
Hot takes. Something that happened while we were away that I just saw from the show notes.
What happened?
I called 911.
Oh my God, y'all. What were we doing?
Okay,
I forgot.
so
how did you call them?
Picture
we were
it.
out running errands, aren't we?
Yes, we were running errands, and I was like, before we go to the gym or whatever we're gonna do, I have to have some gum. My favorite gum in life is what is it? The 5
like
watermelon
the 5
prism.
Watermelon. Oh my God, literally, y'all. Watermelon Prison, I wish you would sponsor me. The way your gum like makes just my jaws
lock every single time, and it feels so good. I'm
and
like,
so
TMJ.
juicy, and it's gonna last like 10 minutes, and then you know what? The flavor's gonna go down. But like the first 2 minutes is so good. I love to start a workout with that gum. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in and do it. And right now I'm just like sipping on Trident, which is good, but it just doesn't pack the same punch.
No, it really doesn't. The Trident, the watermelon, like. Not as good. So I am at 7-Eleven. This is the second time I've been there to find this watermelon prism gum. So 5, please send it to us.
There's like 4 on our street.
There are. And I'm like looking for the gum, and I have my phone, and I get up to the register, and I look down at it because I'm going to use Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the phone with 911. So I immediately start shaking. I'm like looking at the 7-Eleven girl. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the phone with 911. She's like, I don't care. Are you going to pay for this or not? I was like, fair. So I like put the phone on speaker. All I heard was like internet dial-up.
Yeah. I know that vividly. I had it for like 15 years.
So I was like, well, this is a lost cause. So I hung up. I was like, they'll call me back. So I go to the car, tell KB the story. No sooner that I get the story out, the police are on the phone with me.
Literally, Tanner gets in the car and he's like, I just called 911. I was like, well, they're going to call you back. And
Yeah.
before I could say it, they're going to call you back, they were calling him back. And I was just like cackling, like sitting there
And
laughing like a 12-year-old because
shitting
I'm
over it.
so mature and responsible.
Yeah, I was still shaking. Like, I was still like, you know.
Full panic.
Yeah, I was in a full panic. And so this very nice lady comes on the line. She's like, hi, this is the Douglas County Police. Did you just call? And I was like, yeah, unfortunately, it was an accident. She probably heard me like cussing out 7-Eleven for not having their watermelon gum.
Literally. And they're like, are you okay?
And I was like, no, indeed, I'm not. I have Trident in my hand, but I'm okay. Gonna make it through.
There, God.
So she goes on to say, like, where are you? We tell her we're at the 7-Eleven. She's like, you start cackling. And I think this is why she says something. She's like, are you like in a free space where you can speak like openly? Yeah, speak openly. I was like, yes, ma'am, of course. Like initially my guttural reaction was to be like a type 5. I'm like trying to do a type 5 with the police. I'm like, no, of course I can't speak freely. I'm sitting here with my wife. Like, what are you saying? Of course that's not true, but no, I figured that would just like escalate the situation.
It's hilarious because
it's untrue.
It's untrue. Okay, first, it's never hilarious, but it's like untrue. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So I did not give her that version of the story. I just said, yes, ma'am, I'm totally fine. Like, it was just an accident.
But
so
like,
sorry to waste your time.
Snickering in the background did not help. So I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know. My snicker was not violent. It was not dominant. It was just like a 12-year-old.
It was warranted, some would say.
No, I was just like, hey there. She was like, are you okay? And she was like, where are you? And he was like, I'm on 7-Eleven. And she was like, on. And she was like, oh,
I was like looking around for street signs in the 7-Eleven parking lot. I'm like, I don't know, ma'am. I've only lived here 5 years, but I don't know any street names. Are you silly?
Literally, we just drive there. Street names are for pets.
I know landmarks. That's always been my thing, though. Like, if you tell me a street name in any city, the city we grew up in our whole lives, Men in Black, no idea. If you tell me the landmark, I'm like, of course.
If you tell me that I need to get to the Insomnia Cookies in the Garden District in New Orleans, I can get there.
You could get there in your sleep.
I could get there in my sleep. I love that place.
They're so
I've
good.
only been twice, but like it's my landmarker for
yes,
that like area.
For that area.
I'm like, okay, if I can get here, then I know exactly where I'm at.
Yeah. There's a Starbucks right beside it. Delicious.
Delish. And a Ruby Slipper.
Yeah.
And a gas station across the street.
Literally, we know our Nola. We'll be back soon.
We'll be back soon. I love Nola.
Yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully no like weird weather stuff's going on then. But
I know. I think it's almost over.
Okay, good.
I think it's like about chill season. We have weird weather coming soon.
What do you mean?
As you can tell, we're like.
Oh yeah, we're cozy fall vibes.
It's cozy fall
We're in
vibes
Uggs.
because girl, it's cold.
It's chilly. We're making vegetable soup. I think you already said that.
Yeah,
but
I love vegetable soup. We were either gonna do burrito beef or vegetable soup, and so we went with vegetable soup today because I didn't wake up early enough to start the burrito beef. You really need to start that at like 5 in the morning or like the night
it's a
before.
labor of love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It needs
really
a minute.
just needs like a good 12 hours. It's
Exactly.
So good.
But it's a crock pot one, which is nice. It's like a pump and dump. I don't know if that's the right terminology. I think that's for pregnant women.
No, pumping. Oh,
It's like whenever you drink too much alcohol and then you have to pump your dump.
No, literally.
So apologies. I don't have any children, clearly. He's right here. I take it back. Brooks.
Yeah, he's right here.
I'm
He's
sorry.
like, I love milk. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
Literally no idea. Pump and dump. Oh, the vegetable soup. Burrito.
Oh, it's cold outside is what it is. And so Tanner was like, I'm going to wear my Uggs. And I was like, yes, wear your Uggs. You're going to be chilly. We're going to be bobbing. It's going to be fun. It's supposed to snow this weekend. And we're just trying to like give like cozy, warm fall vibes. I think we're going to wash our hair today. If you
It's
can't
necessary.
tell, I'm giving clean girl. And you know what? I've never been able to give clean girl because my hair is too big.
Too big and bouncy, right?
It's too much, yeah.
Yeah.
And so today my hair is just that perfectly amount of like oily, dirty, nasty, so much gel, and I'm able to give it today. So what do you think? I don't know.
It's giving fraudulent because it's clean girl, but it's actually filthy dirty.
No, literally, it's hypocrisy.
Well, that's fair. You know.
That's what girlhood is.
Right? We have to lie to ourselves.
You don't have to lie to girls.
What have we been watching? What's been on our TV lately?
Okay, well, we just watched all of Hacks, like a bunch of losers that have never seen it. And that was me. I'm the loser that's never seen it. I'm so sorry, Gene Smart. Like, when I want to watch it again, it's like, it brought back, I've been thinking for a while, like, comedy's been coming back a little bit. But, like, I would say, like, back in 2020 to, like, until probably this year, I would say, like, I haven't really, like, laughed a lot unless it was, like, at myself or, like.
Literally.
No, literally, like, I mean, like, embarrassing things.
No, for sure. I knew what you meant. Yeah.
Or, like, laugh because, like, you can't help but cry. Like, you know.
It's just, like
no
other
there
response.
not much funniness out there. But you know what?
What?
Hacks really restored my faith in comedy.
No, it really did.
Smart, hilarious comedy. And I know I'm late to the game, but you know what? I'm gonna watch it again because it made me like I cried and laughed in every episode. It was like literally what Hallmark makes a lot of people feel.
Yeah,
I felt that watching Hacks.
Yeah, it made me want to be funny. It made me want to be smart. It made me want to be witty. It was brilliantly done. The marketing around season 2, though, we're on to you. That was fake news. People said season 2 sucked. We watched it in like an hour, so you were wrong.
And I just like, there's so many like family elements and like also chosen family elements, and like it's sweet. I love it.
It is. So yeah, that's been on. Salt Lake's back. We've been watching that.
I've been loving Salt Lake.
Potomac's back. It's been great. Do you have a preference out of all that? Because right now, what's
Roni's
on?
on.
Roni's also on. So we have 3 housewives right now. Do you have a top of pack right now for those 3? Based on what you've seen so far.
Salt Lake.
I agree. I would say, what's your second?
Roni.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. And then New York, third.
Roni is
I
New
mean,
York.
Thank you, Potomac.
Potomac. And I think we've only got 2 episodes of Potomac. I think Potomac is going to get juicier.
It's a slow burn, maybe.
But I think Potomac usually shows up to me around episode 6 or 7. These girls came out swinging because they had things to talk about. And like, it just like, for the sake of the matter, like the way the first episode of Salt Lake was set up, it was a huge event, things like that.
Right.
The way Roni was set up, they did have an event. There was combustion, but there was also combustion that we saw from filming, like that beginning to end kind of scenario. So like they just had like really good openers.
For sure. I agree.
But we watched Salt Lake last night. So good. What was I talking about earlier about Salt Lake? I had like this hot take.
Oh, you did? Did you text it to me?
I don't know.
I'll look, but if not, it's lost.
It doesn't matter.
It's in the ether.
Yeah, anyways, I was having a hard time, though. Like, Lisa and Heather are seeming a little villainous.
Yeah, they're getting like the villain edit.
I'm having a hard time with them being villainous. I love Heather Gay. Lisa's always a villain. She leans into it. It's good.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that statement. But
the only villain, in my opinion, this season is Mr. Osborne or whatever his name is. Tell me his name.
That literally
Osmond.
is the villain.
That should be who we.
Is the villain of the season.
Actually, that is our villain of the season.
And that's actually.
Producers.
Let's talk about that. Last night, Britani.
This man, y'all, he pisses me off. I can't even.
Let's set the scene.
I can't even speak about him. You do.
They came home from the trip. Britani is with Jared Osmond, aka Osmond Lane, aka Mormon Osmond, aka Donnie and Marie, aka
royalty. Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get to that point.
To the Nutrisystem.
It is always on Nutrisystem. You know
she
what?
is.
GLP-1
Shout out.
Girlies unite. But Jared Osmond has been gaslighting Britani, and I don't really like Britani. She is insufferable at this moment.
Yes, and all the girls are literally like, if you get back with him or break up, like, don't tell us. And that's how we all feel too.
That's how we all feel. Like, the girls are America, and America
has spoken.
Girls.
Yeah.
Like, we're in cahoots on this. And last night, he, like, gaslit her with, like, 4 dozen pink roses, because those are her favorite.
A unicorn, stuffed unicorn. I'm like, isn't she 40? Like,
no,
the hell am I doing with a
no,
stuffed unicorn?
Like, don't give me a stuffed unicorn.
Yeah.
Give me jewelry.
Right. Jewelry.
Steak.
Yes. Give me even their frozen steaks. I don't care. It'd been
better
than
send me a box of Omaha's, bitch.
Jared, you have money. You could do better.
No, you should be sending me Omaha's, and also Omaha's that have a lobster tail with it. So, like, don't even at me. And the cookies from Omaha Steakhouse and the cakes, too. Do it. Send me Omaha Steaks.
Do it right.
There literally should be our next sponsorship. Yeah. I'm obsessed with Omaha Steaks.
Shout out to Omaha Steaks. I've never had one, so I would love to do like a blind taste test.
I'm going to tell you all what I know about Omaha Steaks in a minute, but Britani, back to Britani. So Britani, he gaslights her with all this stuff, and then like we see this card, and she calls it a love note. He wrote her a love note, and the producers gave us a quick flash for
instant, and it was
sneaky snipes like you
blurry.
and I, and like the other TikTokers out there. I know that this is on TikTok already, and if it's not, like I'm putting it out there in a minute.
We'll upload it. Yeah.
She calls it a love note, and it literally says like, you're my unicorn. And then he calls her a real housewife in quotations. He was like, why would you do this to me? You're my best friend. And like, he basically like tells her why she's horrible in that love note.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But she calls it a love note.
No, for sure.
She's twisted.
She is. And that's sad to see.
I wish Lisa would have had the access to the note.
Well, Lisa took her phone and was fully texting him, and that was really
like
my favorite.
Behavior.
Yeah, I was like, don't be mad at Lisa. Lisa did you a favor and a service that we all, if we had your lock code, would have done for you, babe.
No, literally, we would have deleted it and like didn't even know like who is this man. We changed your number.
I would have been blocked you. Yeah.
No, literally, Brittany needs it.
She does.
So yeah.
Your Omaha Steak take. What's that about?
I just love Omaha Steaks. And my family had an appliance business growing up, and sometimes people would send us Omaha Steaks. So I would really love it when those would come in. I'd be like, oh, that is nice. Nice. Yeah. So I love Omaha Steaks. I've been like a glutton for them since I was 12.
Love that. I've never had one. So like I said, I would love.
In life, some would say.
Most would agree. Something else that I wanted to talk about. We started watching Survivor. It's been okay too. It's been good. I like that they did a new take where they got to interact with other tribes if they won a challenge. That was pretty cool. So shout out Survivor. For
I love Survivor.
All of us that watch it. I think there's quite a few.
No, I think a lot of us don't watch Survivor. Survivor's good. It's just like such a good, interesting, like it's social gameplay. Also, like yes, there's brute strength, right? But like brute strength actually is like talked about a lot lesser and less as like the series has gone on, which I think is cool. Like yeah, they talk about like having like men and stuff at the beginning for like the first like 2 or 3 like pieces because they're just trying to get food and eat food, right? Yeah. But like after that, it's kind of like
we don't need these men.
No,
like they built our shelter already. Like they can go.
You can leave.
You can exit.
Literally, it's like you're the task rabbit, and now you may leave.
That's
how
amazing.
a village should be run.
No, literally, a village of spiders. Something else that I remembered. You were talking about your hot take was about Ozempic. Do you want to share it or no? And Heather or no?
Heather. So
Heather Gray on
Heather Gray. Last
Salt
night,
Lake.
Mary was mean to Heather about her Ozempic journey, which she was like, used to be the voice of body positivity, and Heather was like, and you said it was a lie, and Heather was like, it is. It's a lie in the system. It's not a lie for me, but like the system makes it a lie. Right. And I saw this thing on TikTok, and like I'm literally championing it and preaching it, but this is what Heather basically said, but didn't say. This is what I wish she would have said last night. Ozempic.
Yeah.
Rich people get Ozempic.
Right.
Poor people get body positivity.
Exactly.
And bitch, I've been body positive most of my life. I just got to be in this role, so thank you so much. I've been body positive most of my life, or working out like triple hit workouts a week. Literally. I used to do so many hit workouts a week, y'all. When I tell you I used to go like 8 miles a day for like my like fitness in like my 20s, and like when I hit that spiral, it was so unhealthy. And then to go to another unhealthy and trying to figure out that balance, like I'm so thankful for weight loss medication drugs. And this is actually just a message to say, like, make them available. Let's not make it a Prince in the Pauper situation. Let's make it available for people so they can actually have access to it. This is like price gouging. It's the same thing that happens with like our cereals in grocery stores that happen. Like politics is the reason that happens. Politics is the reason there's price gouging around these medications and like society in general. So like let's
like lobbyists, all those things.
Like all these things like add up. Pay attention because you'll see it. Rich people get Ozempic. Poor people get body positivity.
And both work.
And both work. And both can be better.
Yeah. For sure.
That's my take.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. As somebody who's been fat most of their life, like I think I have a place to speak on it, you know?
No, for sure. Like you.
Yeah, I was like 200 pounds in middle school at one point. Like not middle school, high school. Like, you know, like I just like.
For sure.
I get it.
And if anybody wants to talk about being skinny, that will be my lane.
People would tell Tanner, just go to the gym. And I'm like, bitch, he does 6 days a week.
I do. I'm like, great, I will. And I'll take my creatine while I'm at it and drink my protein.
I'm like, it's not just like a.
Yeah.
It's not just a thing. It's,
yeah.
And so like bodies are wild. And like, I do believe in body positivity. And I hope you find like peace and wholeness in everyone's body. You should have that because like it's yours to live. And you're the only person who lives in this body, right? Mm-hmm. And society makes it really hard. And so do social standards. So like, it's a lot.
It is.
Crapshoot.
For sure. I have a gripe and a tangent. Should we give it to them?
And tangents, huh?
What do you want first?
Gripe.
Okay,
Is your tangent happy?
Probably not. Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah. Do your gripe first.
Okay.
I always love bad news before the good. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Okay, that's okay. Yep. Okay, so I'll give you the bad one first. So my gripe is actually about our bed sheets. So
Literally, folks, we have a problem.
we have issues, we have problems, we have peelies, and I'm pissed off.
Peely's problems and pissed off. That's day with. It's okay to be wrong.
I'm writing that down for a working title.
Peely's podcast and pissed off. Write it down.
I am.
Okay, so I'll tell the people the problem. So y'all, we found these bed sheets that we absolutely love. I am like Tanner is the prince and I'm the pauper in this situation. So I've always
We grew up very differently.
we grew up on the same street and very different and very the same. It's a dichotomy. It's in my birth chart. It's very normal. But like Tanner grew up with only Pottery Barn sheets. I like did really good to put my sheets on the bed until I was 12 years old.
Did you to do the flat or do both? You mean?
Oh no, I'm a flat girl. I would just lay the flat down and then like roll around it and get caught up in it every night. What do you think?
That's what I figured. That's what I figured. Her shirt's on backwards too.
Literally, we'll get to my shirts on backwards in a minute. Prince and Papa.
Okay.
And then like I would like maybe lay on a flat sheet. You know, I was just a kid and my mom let me.
I was just a girl.
I was just a girl, and you know, my mom she had enough to stress about than to stress about like what I did with my sheets. Now, by the time I turned 13, she was like, "Get those sheets on that bed."
Right, like.
But yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I always did like Walmart.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Polyester.
That's the problem.
You were Heather.
Yes, we wish you were cotton.
No, we literally the touch and feel of cotton.
Because the polyester, we were really into them the first few nights that we laid on them. They were almost like cooling. They felt
cool. They felt nice. And little did I know I was letting BP into my bed.
Yeah, they're literally made of petroleum. I did some further research, and so it makes sense that as they break down, they would start peeling. And like,
is this polyester? I don't know.
Cotton is just like the way to go. So we're getting cotton sheets again. That is my gripe. I am pissed off about the peelies. So
no, it's so annoying, and I'm the princess in the pea when it comes to sleeping in general. So like the little peelies keep me awake at night.
They feel them on your legs. Oh
no! Literally, if one thing, like if my toenail accidentally like breaks a little and I can feel it snag the bed, I gotta get up in the middle of the night. Like I hate it about myself. Like, do I want to be this way? Absolutely not. Do I breathe through it a lot of nights? Yes. Is it difficult?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so difficult to sleep with me.
No, not to sleep with you, but just like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like not getting rest because
of
the dumb stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to tell the people why your shirt's on backwards? It was a fashion choice, I would think, right?
Well, okay. It wasn't originally a fashion choice. Something if you're gonna know something about me, y'all, is that my clothes go on backwards once a week. Often, okay? It's like maybe not once a week, once every 2 weeks, especially in the winter when I'm getting ready in the dark in the mornings. And when I'm working remotely, it happens more often. Like I'll wear my sweaters backwards because it's a sweater. It's big and chunky. Like you don't even notice.
You can't tell. Yeah.
I realized a while ago that this is on backwards and I was like, I like it. It's a fashion choice and I'm going to let the people believe that. So yes, this is a fashion choice. But also it's because like I put my clothes on backwards all the time. Does that also happen to you all? Inside out, backwards?
No. Not for me. But I'm not here to yuck anyone's yums.
There's a gaggle of girlies out there that get their clothes on backwards. And they're just the girls that...
Well, it's probably easier for you to get your clothes on backwards versus mine. Because if I'm putting this on backwards, like, call the police. Something's
most of my things are like sweaters or bodysuits or something like that. And you can't really tell till you get the snap down and you're like, is the snap just weird?
Right.
Is this a different brand of snap? Is this a bend and snap? Works every time.
Works every time.
Yeah.
Well...
So my clothes are on backwards. What's new is really the question.
I think it looks good, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I like the high neck ruching. I've been really enjoying like a mesh on the girlies. The mesh.
Mesh for fall is such a good move.
And then like because then it's like you can sweat still, y'all.
And you can layer too.
I love a layer. That's what I'm into right now. And it's actually getting to like where we can dress for fall, but it's going to snow this weekend. So
scared for that.
Fingers crossed.
Scared for that. My tangent is it's good. It's wholesome. And it's all about if I had to choose a Bravo celebrity to be friends with IRL, it would be this person, and it is Craig Conover.
Oh, Craigie.
Yeah, he is just like the nicest guy. And then like as I was listening to him on, I was listening to him on this like lesser known podcast. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but check it out. It's pretty good. And they were talking to Craig, and he is so me coded. Like I was listening to him. He loves to sew. He had a brother starting out. I also have a brother in that room over there. And he now has a
brother
Bernina.
is the machine style.
Thank you.
It sounded like you had a brother. It was like
No, I'm
you-
an only
I
child.
was like,
Let's
you
clear that
have a
up
fucking
quickly. Quickly, I'm an only child, and that's the way it'll always be.
Yeah.
But so I have a brother machine in that guest room, and then now he has a Bernina, which shout out to my mom because she does too, because she's sewing down south with Craig.
No, literally, like I cannot wait for your mom to live here
I
and
know.
sew down south. Like y'all can like
It'll be
create
sewing
together.
out west.
No, literally sewing out west,
Mhm.
and like you can make your quilts. And I love the quilts. Like our house is kind of like decorated in quilts. It's
Mhm.
almost like how would you describe? I'd say it's Americana something.
Yeah, it's giving like Ralph Lauren wishes he could, but he doesn't quilt, so he can't, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's like it's simple, it's chic, it's
Mhm.
Americana.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Not wrong.
usually not.
But he also has bees. No, that's a fact. She's really not wrong. I agree. I agree with that. I second that motion. Craig, he also has bees, which is also a dream of mine. I know.
One of Tanner's good friends has bees.
I know. I'm
and,
so
like,
jealous of him.
I'm always like, can you get him to send you a bee video?
Yeah, probably. But I just haven't been that smart to ask.
I know, but that's what I'm saying now. Like
He should I don't know if he has a TikTok, but he should start it and just like have bee content because I would be like his number one fan.
No, literally.
Yeah.
365 potty girl.
Potty girl. Literally. But yeah, he's just like wholesome. He's a good guy. He talked a lot about Paige and how she's so supportive of him and like his endeavors, and like people used to make fun of him for sewing. Great. Now he has like a $10 million business. So
No, literally.
STFU.
And like he has a $10 million business, and he also like shared some advice from that. And like,
Yeah.
like, okay, like I have great ideas, but like I couldn't do it on my own.
He couldn't
So I
scale
got,
it
like,
up.
backers, or like I needed somebody to help me
Needed
like
investors.
give vision. And so
Mhm.
it's like, how do I like make something bigger? It's like it's not you doing it on your own. And we saw glimpses of that. We didn't see the full story of that. And,
No,
like,
in
sewing
Southern
down south.
Charm.
But we even see Craig like hiring an assistant. And sometimes like that's what people like. Craig talks about having ADHD, and so like I'm not just like diagnosing him. He's talked about this on The Good Guys,
Mhm.
and like taking Ritalin and like coming off of that, and like what that looked like for him. And like having an assistant was like something he could do, because you know what, he's so good at dreaming, but like staying on top of the task, doing like the things, like that wasn't something he was good at.
Right.
That's like, it's an incredible reason to like outsource and use somebody else, and like you can start doing that in small ways, so you can like learn to like, you don't have to have control over everything.
Yeah.
It's
And
like how you create a really successful business is by bringing people in.
yeah. And his dad asked him a question. He was just like, do you want to own like 100% of a business that does okay, or do you want to own a third of a business that brings in millions of dollars? And Craig was like, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
So you need people to help you
That's
like scale
brilliant.
up your dream and things.
Well, and
So
to like don't be afraid to like talk out loud with people. And some people like,
right.
if you wouldn't trust them like in your home, like or if you wouldn't if you don't trust their life and where they're going, like don't take advice from them. But
Yeah.
like feel like your parents, like they're just some people, like you take that good advice from it and you take what you need and like you do it. And that was great advice.
No, for sure. So shout out to Craig's dad, a king.
A king. Yeah. What else is cooking?
Well, those are all my gripes and tangents. So do you want to talk about some stories?
Let's talk about the stories.
Okay, so the top story of the day is obviously the unfortunate passing of Liam Payne.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he passed away at 31 in Buenos Aires after falling from the third floor of his hotel room.
Now TMZ, actually, I'm not impressed with TMZ and what they've actually done with like
Yeah.
showing people their hotel room, and then people like continue like reposting about it. Like this is really sensitive. When while this man, like a lot of things just came out that was not good about him.
Right.
There's also like those are police documents.
Yeah.
Like this is a crime scene,
Mm-hmm.
and that's wild.
That you would, yeah.
Like that is so insensitive. That is wild. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And while I do not agree with many of the things that he has done,
No. But to see, yeah.
like that should like things should be like wrapped up before like all that stuff is released. Like and honestly, like
I don't even know if it should, you know what I mean? Like, why is it being released? I don't know. Because
Yeah.
I think about he has a son. Like,
He
can
has
you
a son,
imagine, like,
yeah,
you
and being able
finding
to
that
Google
one
that.
day? Like,
yeah,
that's horrific and disgusting.
it's already horrific. Like,
Yeah, like, why
yeah,
are we making it worse for this boy?
No, so that's like Devo.
Yeah, actually devastating. So sorry to him and his family, and like can't imagine like the pain and the things that they're feeling, and like having to maybe see that in the press before like knowing about it yourself. Like I can't imagine. So just our love goes out to them.
No, literally, shout out, love to you.
Yeah.
And
Something else that we watched that we didn't mention, but it's more like a story, so it's kind of for a reason. The VS fashion show.
yeah, we watched the. Oh, also, I just want to say this: like, we don't condone anything that like he did, and
No, of
that's
course.
just to also say like there can't be multiple traumas and multiple horrible things happening. Like, that's all I want to say on that.
Yeah.
Like, some people just suck. So I just needed to say that.
No, thank you.
The VS fashion show. We watched the VS fashion show. You know what? Okay. I remember watching the VS fashion show as a kid on my bed, like, just perched, dying. Yeah, watching it in my first like house when I lived there, and like watching it there, and like just like all the things, and like just the excitement. And last night I did not have the same excitement.
Because?
I don't know. I think this was a good comeback. I just didn't love...
Because it had been 6 years that they had been away. They did something last year that was like a precursor to a comeback that I thought, well, if y'all are going to do that, let's just don't come back at all.
There was a couple things that like annoyed me.
About the most recent fashion show.
Yeah.
Okay, name them.
Okay, let me tell you my gripes with it first. My gripes were they put like all the big girls in one section, like the Ashley Graham section. Like they were like, let's put them all there except for Paloma. Paloma got to model in the whole show.
Right.
I think her name is Paloma. I'm sorry if it's not. I love you. I've been loving you for years from when you started your Glossier campaign. Okay. Like, and then I actually also, so I hated that. And then it also seemed like it was like, we'll put all the old ladies in one section. Like anybody over 35 can go in this section. Adriana Lima looked incredible. Like,
for sure.
Like that was exciting. That was an exciting moment on the screen. Tyra Banks, exciting moment on the screen. I only wish they would have put her in less clothes.
Yeah, her finale look was a little covered up for VS, but I was like, okay, maybe that's like what she wanted and felt comfortable in.
If that's what she wanted, then like,
amazing.
We
loved it.
I would have loved to see more. You're such a beautiful human. You're giving us a body. All these other women was giving us a body. It's Victoria's Secret. So if that's what you wanted, like, you played it safe. Mm-hmm. You're Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
God, she looks so good. And like, but I don't know her story. So that's me.
That's fair. Did you now have a favorite VS Angel growing up? Because you talked about like watching it on your bed as a kid. Did you have like...
No, I didn't really know their names.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I didn't know if you like loved Tyra because you look like Lindsay Lohan with a little redhead and you want to be life size.
Oh my God. I did love the life size movie. I love Tyra Banks. I loved Tyra Banks growing up as a kid. I remember, and we watched like, there's like things that have come out since it's problematic. Yes, true. And it was also the times like America's Next Top Model. Like I loved watching that.
Yeah.
It was such a good time. So I just have to say it was so much fun.
So much fun.
It was so much fun. But like I always think of like when I think about Victoria's Secret fashion show now, I remember like I think about like the 2016, 2015, like Taylor performed at multiple of them.
Right.
I think
so
Rihanna performed with them.
Yeah.
And like those girls kind of do stand out in mind. And it was like the seasons of like the leggy tall blonde. Like that's really like what we got in there in that time. It was culture.
A couple people you didn't mention, a couple models, Bella and Gigi. Did you see that Bella copied Taylor Swift's dance move?
Yeah, I think that was just for class.
Or Gigi did.
I
think I said Bella, but
it was like
she's just like telling us, I'm friends with Taylor. We're like, we know, we see you out with her, girl.
You pop walked with her all the time. Yeah. Yes, you can stick your arm up in the air and go. Like, we all do it at home too. Like,
and honestly,
like, do you not watch the Eras tour at home? Like, do you not? Like, don't we all do that?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We do. The wings were a bit much for her, I'll say. Like, she was struggling with them at a couple of points, and it was of note. We noticed.
A lot of the wings actually, like, I felt like they could have been constructed better, or maybe they just needed more time for fittings. They put out so many looks. So, like, it is.
Looks, yeah.
It's like the Sam's Club of fashion shows, right? Like, you are getting, like, so many looks, right?
Yeah.
Like, a typical fashion show is 5 minutes long max. You know, you're like, you're in, you're out, the fashion. Victoria's Secret, like, it's a show, it's a performance, it's like all these cool things happening. So like it is long.
Yeah, for sure.
But like they put out so many looks. I wonder, like, they need a couple more designers, I think, to help them with like the structure of the wings, because I thought it was cool that they didn't just use wings. They used bows. Like bows were very on brand. Like they used so many different things that like is cool. It's branching out from the original, and it could be done better.
Could be done better. I agree.
But I think a great first whack.
A great first whack.
7.5.
Okay, I like that score. And then another thing that I appreciated was it was all women like that were performing, and all women, obviously, you know. I think the show was produced by women is what I mean. The first two ladies that came out, who I think were like the producers or like whatever.
And I think like business execs, like Victoria's Secret's done a lot because Victoria's Secret used to be owned by L Brands. L Brands was ran by, what's that man's name?
I know exactly him. I don't have on any today. From Ohio. Just so everyone's clear, I don't have on any Abercrombie because a lot of you all have been giving me crap about wearing all Abercrombie. Not a single piece, so.
Not a single piece. I think his name was Wexler.
Wexler, that's exactly who.
Wexler. He owned L Brands. L Brands like went through a very controversial change. Out of Victoria's Secret, they have switched, like branched out, became their own independent like company. That was a huge thing. They've struggled the last few years. They really did take a step back. They've got new models, new people, all of it. So I'm just saying, like, I'm excited for them to.
Less Wexler. It's what less?
Less Wexler.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like
Anywho.
that. Yeah, you mean he hung out with Epstein? You tell me.
Oh, we didn't need to know that.
So did some of our presidential candidates. You tell me.
Yes. True. What else? Who else? Oh, who performed? That's what I was trying to get to.
Lisa.
Barlow?
No, her name is Lisa. She's like pop. She's
yes, the girl. Like, the first one that came on. She came twice, actually.
Is it Tinashe? I don't know if I'm saying it right. She does like really cool Afro beats.
Sounds right.
And Cher.
Cher closed the show.
My girl barely opened her mouth, I will have to say.
Yeah, she could have practiced a little more on the lip syncing. I will say that was my note for Cher. Like because I can respect, like you're in a big venue, literally, and like the words were not lining up. I was like, you're an icon and a legend, and I'm so glad that you're here gracing us with your presence, but a little bit of practice might have went a long way.
When I interviewed her on the pre-show, I was giving everybody's interview answers. The girls, Olivia Culpo was interviewing. I'm a Victoria's Secret. I'm wondering if it was modest enough for her husband.
I could see her tummy, so probably not. He probably took umbrage with her tummy being out on national television, I would assume.
Check on her today. But she was interviewed on the carpet, and they were like, what did you love about anything from the past of Victoria's Secret? And I said, she don't know. And then Cher goes, I didn't really watch the show before, but I'm so happy to be here with all the girls tonight. It's a woman-led show. Like, she just, like, she
had her talking points.
Yeah.
But she didn't have her lip syncing down, so that's okay.
And she was blonde on the carpet. Maybe that threw her off. I don't know.
Maybe. But thank God she put that black wig back on for the performance.
I love Cher in black hair. Oh, my God. She's just stunning. Okay?
Yeah.
So, like, no notes on her look. She's amazing looking.
And her dancing was great. She, like, brought the beat, the vibe, all of it.
She's still Cher.
Could have matched. And
She's still not you.
The way the camera people pulled from her, every second they got close, they would zoom in on her face and then whoop, immediately. They're like, oh, these lips are not lining up. I got to zoom out.
Oh, that was something good too. So what they are doing now in the fashion shows is the camera runners, which is so good for shows like the Victoria's Secret show. So like there's like no cameraman getting involved. It's just like remotes. They're just always like pulling back. And so we never like saw people or like photography getting in the way of a fun show. And that was exciting because we typically do see that.
That's true. We do. That is something that kind of hinders. Really well.
Yeah. It wasn't. We got to 7.5, honestly.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there could be a little bit more spark. I was just missing some spark. Like their opener of like Gigi, like she didn't give me super spark and that she's beautiful, she's stunning, but she wasn't va boom, we're back. Victoria's Secret, baby. Yeah. That's what I wanted. I think I was just missing the initial like.
Any predictions for who will headline next year's show? Like Cher did for the VS fashion show. We'll do predictions.
Brat.
Charlie XCX. Okay, I like that. But I immediately thought, that's funny because they
used a lot of Chapel, and I thought Chapel would be great for this because, like, Chapel loves women. Victoria's Secret is about loving
Is it fast
women.
fashion? Because I know she takes a lot of issues with that. So I don't know. So she gave H&M so much shit. She's not going to work with VS now. Yeah. I don't think so.
I do appreciate her ethicalness. We can't all be that, but I appreciate it.
I'm like, I can barely recycle Chapel, but I love you. Girl, I see you.
We respect you.
And these are glass, so eat our ass.
We really don't use plastic here.
Yeah. And what were we talking about? I've lost the thread.
I am Hercules Mulligan. That's what that was.
Yeah.
We were talking about who's going to headline Victoria's Secret.
I think Shania Twain. I don't know why. I just like immediately thought Shania Twain would be an excellent choice.
Good. She's sassy. She's hot.
Something about being a woman.
She's always just been like sex appeal, right?
So
like,
hot.
If they can make some of
put her in a little blazer with a bra.
Put her with like a younger person, like too, like as like a right before she comes on and like kind of like
maybe Sabrina.
Sabrina will probably. Sabrina literally is like the perfect person.
Yeah, it's Sabrina.
Yeah.
I take it back. Sorry, Shania. It's not your
okay.
year. Maybe next year.
I know. It's just not your year. People used to always say that to me on birthdays. They're like, it's your year. And I'm like,
For what?
for what though?
No, literally. Like, are you going to tell me what my year is going to be
People
about?
would text you, especially like in like church and things like that. Like,
Totally.
Like spiritual communities or just like when you're a kid. I don't know if it's like a kid's thing, but people would just be like, oh, it's your year. I can feel it. And I'm like,
To not have acne anymore? For my hair to grow straight? You tell me.
am I like gonna automatically just like be able to ace a test? It's my year for what? Like, am I getting married? Like,
That was always the vibe, though. Especially once you got older, they're like, this is your year. And like, I would legit believe that. Like, oh my God, I'm fucking getting married this year. It didn't happen.
it didn't happen. And guess what? People stop telling me it's my year.
It happened. So maybe don't tell people it's their year.
No,
Just say
don't
it's
tell
like your
people
moment. It's your
no.
day, babe. It's your
No,
day.
like,
Happy
literally,
birthday.
No, just tell them to enjoy their life.
Enjoy your
Like,
day.
stop making them like feel like they have to like put timelines and things on something. They could literally just be having fun. Like, why does everybody have to like get married as the goal? Like, why can't you like race after your career as the goal? Why can't you want to buy like a fun Bottega bag as your goal? Why like
literally.
like why can't you want to buy a beautiful home first as your goal? Like, I just like don't see like we're in a changed world.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay to change your mind.
I'm so glad we waited this long to get married because goodness, we built our whole we built completely separate lives. It's so good. We're full individuals before we were like ever together.
Our last story,
Tell me
a little more fashion news. This is kind of old. Literally, it's Balenciaga. That's why she said that. It is.
I wondered if it was that.
It is. It's Balenciaga. And this was in September. Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek. It's just been released a video of them. It looked like they were kind of feuding.
At Fashion Week?
Feuding at Fashion Week.
Is this in France?
In France.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Fashion feuds in France.
Fashion feuds in France. Love it. And so Nicole Kidman is seen with Salma Hayek. They're like at a press line for the Balenciaga show. Who Salma Hayek's husband is the like president or CEO of several of those parent companies. Yeah, he's a multi-billion. He has like billions of dollars. Like, so
act again.
May it be me. Yeah, no, I love that for her. And so she was telling Nicole, she's like, okay, turn around. And Nicole was kind of like lost her. She was like, no, like I'm good. This is fine. And she was like, done. And no is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. And like it's a little difficult when like your friend is also working for the company.
Yeah, because she was trying to get photos for the press for your husband, and like you're working for her husband, Nicole, and
Nicole doesn't work for free.
No, of course not.
Because she's in bed with
her husband, so she's not working for free. She's still getting bags and money and all the things. So like she's also not working for free.
No, because you have to.
Yeah, if you work, whatever way you get them, you have to do it your whole life. How you get them is how you have to keep them. So if she was throwing it down for this old man, that's what she's gonna have to do her whole life. And I love that for him. Yeah. So congrats, sir.
Good thing I've just been lazy our whole marriage.
That's not true.
I'm kidding.
So it looks like they were feuding, and I don't know what to think about it. I don't think it was much. I know Nicole's been through a lot with the passing of her mother, I believe. And so like maybe she was having a moment and she said no.
And also, like, it's okay. You can say no. Like, you can just be done. Like, say she's getting a phone call and her leg is like won't stop vibrating. Like, she can say no.
Yeah.
Say that she told Keith that she was going to be home at 10. And so she said
no.
Say her daughter wants her and she's across the room. You can say no. Say she's tired of taking pictures. No.
Yeah, she might have a migraine.
No, literally. There's just like so many things that you can say no for. And I just came up with 6 examples. So, like, how
good for you, Nicole. Telling your boss's wife no. I love that. That is ballsy, though, I will say.
What's there to do if it's not contractually obligated? Like, if
you're she's contractually obligated to take photos?
Well, she could be contractually obligated to take photos.
I believe
if she's
so.
come to an event, like, does she have to take all the photos?
Is she just there for 50 minutes? Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm here for this time. This is how much you got me. Like, love you, mean it. I need to go in my
Fair.
underwear.
We don't know.
Yeah.
And we'll never know unless she speaks about it. So, Nicole, come on our podcast and tell us your side.
Stunning. I've always loved you, Nicole Kidman. What a stunning.
You could literally fit right here. It would be fine.
No, literally.
We won't even have to make another seat for you, hon.
And we can even like make your hair red and curly again.
That was my favorite Nicole Kidman, with her red curly hair. Like, I think she was with Tom Cruise at the time.
Tom Cruise, Practical Magic. Those divorce. We'll never get over the divorce photos of Nicole.
When she was free. Oh my God. I felt that in my spirit. Yeah, I'm like, she embodied freedom. Like, that should be a painting. Studied it. wherever they study paintings or
No,
photography.
Like body language 101, like Nicole
Yeah.
is free.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we always love her. Also, her daughter walked recently in a fashion show. That was like a thing. Wasn't that great?
I was a Nepo baby, but okay. It was fun.
It was given MB. But you know what?
Yeah.
I love Keith
I
Urban.
love
saw him
Nepo
at
babies.
concert. I saw him in concert when I was like 14 with my friend Jessica, that I texted last night.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I've never seen Keith Urban in concert, but I hear he's a wee little man, so I like that. I like a short king with a tall lady. That is very good stuff. I like it. I'm into
Yeah.
it.
He was like such a shredder. I had like photos on my digital. No, it wasn't a digital. It was a digital camera. Yeah.
A shredder? What does that mean?
Like shredding on his guitar. It was
Oh, a
like,
shredder. I thought you were saying he was like
Yeah.
shredded.
It was
I was like, I
Harrison
could see that
Poets
for
tour,
him.
Kenny Chesney. I won tickets.
On the radio?
Literally. The Beaver, 100.3
3
FM.
FM.
Yeah, I won tickets on the Beaver. Me and Jesse were both calling at work. We worked at James
Night Appliance.
I was like 14, and
Uh-huh.
Jessica could drive. And Jessica was like, Katie, call in. And I was like, okay. And so I was there, and like I was like, Jessica, I got in. And she was like, what? Like we were trying to win these tickets.
You got
day.
in or she got in?
I got in.
Okay.
We and Jessica have been trying to win these tickets for
Every
a
day.
minute. Like,
Yeah.
And so like we finally got in, and we went to the Pirates and Poets tour that evening. Leanne Rhymes was
It was
there.
the same night?
No, like it was like that weekend though.
Oh,
were
okay.
excited.
I
It
was
was
like,
like in
damn.
June. We got there at like noon. Like it was an all-day event.
That's amazing.
It was so much fun.
I've never won tickets on the radio, but I have like experienced the fruit of someone's labor for winning tickets on the radio. And I got to see Lady Gaga in concert before she like blew up. She literally crowd surfed on top of me. It was amazing. I saw Boys Like Girls. I saw Sarah Bareilles. She was amazing. She sang Gravity. A tear.
Like coming back to school and telling us about it.
I learned how to play Gravity on the piano after that. It really changed my life. So good. Whatever happened to Sarah Bareilles? Anyways, we don't know. What happened to Shelley Miscavige and Sarah Bareilles? We'll find out and tell you next time.
No, literally. Until next time.
Should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening to It's Okay,
To be wrong.
a podcast with KV and Tanner Cunningham. We love you so much. If you're not following us anywhere that you listen to your podcast, go ahead and follow us now on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, you name it, we're there. And you can also watch us now. So like pull us up on your screen. You don't just have to listen to us in your little ears. I know you love it, but also
But we're also beautiful, gorgeous. Hello.
Yeah. And if you're not following us on like social media, please do that. We need your support and love. It's like a really
Help
nice
us,
stream
Lord.
of income
Yeah.
for us, but also like we love to put out funny things there.
Yeah.
All right, so love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.